pleasure.
the Auto Expo, and fantastic launches to
Thank
start
you.
with, both the buses and the two trucks. Tell us about the two new buses here. We are sitting inside the high bus. A few words on this to start.
Yeah, the high bus, as you would know, this is a very unique vehicle in the context of what is imminently required for the country today. We looked at what is the right product to bring in this particular segment, and we said, look, the city buses which are currently plying today, they are creating a huge amount of pollution. We don't have a vehicle which has certain unique characteristics in the conditions that stop and start city flow traffic warrants. Now this vehicle has what is called an ultra capacitor, and because it has an ultra capacitor, what it generates, it does is it kind of recharges while the vehicle is being braked. So it uses the diesel for the purpose of starting the vehicle, and once it's on the flow, discharging is during acceleration, and it kind of regenerates every time you brake. So for a typical city conditions, like especially in Delhi, this is a perfect vehicle application from that point of view. It's noiseless, does not require any infrastructure with respect to electricity, does not have any major changes in technology from the perspective that I can actually move this engine out, put in a CNG, and then I'm good to go. So I'm ready to plug and play in the context of change in design of aggregates. But I don't need infrastructure which typically, let's say, an all-electric vehicle would require. So noise pollution, emission control, all those benefits are all there for this vehicle.
And talking about the sunshine,
Yeah.
you had a very unique presentation
Right.
at the launch as well, which clearly communicated the message of what the sunshine can do for school children.
Right.
What is the agenda behind this?
The agenda behind Sunshine is essentially safety. We kind of spoke to all the stakeholders involved in this, the bus program. The bus program forms about 30% of the, bus business. And we said, look, we need to bring about a product which kind of meets the requirements of each and every stakeholder. So we interviewed the children, we spoke to the parents, we spoke to the school in terms of the principals and correspondents, we spoke to the operators, and try to understand what each one of them is looking for in the product. Then we realized that for the whole day that the children are away, the parents are concerned about their safety, getting to know where the children are, where they've got on the bus, where they're en route, how much time they are away from home, and so on and so forth. From the perspective of the children felt that going to school was a chore, and they would be very tired by the end of the day, and half the time it was because the buses were not airy, they were not lively. And we said, look, if we can create an environment where you have all-round visibility, a lot of open light coming in, and you create hygiene within the buses in terms of this antimicrobial treatment that we have done, this gives a huge benefit to the children. Apart from that, in terms of safety, we've got the first entry step is a very low step, which is first in the industry. Normally people would try and come with another retractable step, and sensors have to be involved, all that kind of stuff. This is built into the vehicle. Then you look at the kind of features that is there in terms of knowledge and information which goes with the product, in terms of the KMPL, in terms of cost of ownership, in terms of the TCO for the vendor, information to the parents, RIFD, and that kind of SMS based data. So we've got a whole host of pluses which actually will make the child look forward to going to school and coming home. Parents feel relieved, and the operator gets better KMPL. All the KBFs listed, primary with respect to fuel economy, with respect to cost of ownership, entry level costing of the vehicle, all these have been taken care of. So it's a very unique positioning in a segment which is pretty crowded. So we're very confident that we'll get a good size of the market there.
Last one from Peter.
Yeah.
We have been hearing about the sustainability from all the manufacturers.
Right.
Globally, if you could see,
Right.
few speak about ethanol, few speak about electric. What will be the message from Ashok Leyland in terms of sustainability?
See, all we are saying is we have the capability to work on all dimensions. Every one of these programs have to be carefully thought out. Okay, our demonstration here is to be ahead of the curve to say, look, we've got a product which the rest of the industry is not having, and we are hearing the government and saying we will be ready when you are, or rather ready before you are. Last year I launched the electric vehicle. We are waiting for complete, most of these vehicles need an offset with respect to duties, with respect to customs, tariffs, and so on and so forth. They also need clarity in terms of incentive programs. Because end of the day, if you're actually talking about a greener planet, noise pollution free environment, you must have a balance of what you want to do. If that clarity is there, we are with the government to do what it takes.
So messages, we have a product for all the.
Yes. So I have a hybrid in both CNG and diesel. I have an electric vehicle. I have all kinds of length dimensions. I have Arctic, I have double deck, I have you name it. The segment is fully available. It's just a question of getting the recommendations from the government in terms of what they're looking at, catering to the right aspect of that. Sure.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.